Hello everyone, and welcome to our first ever edition of Redeemer's Snatch Game. If y'all recall, in our first edition of Morgan's Drag Race Redemption, we had sort of a snatchular game based on the dating game show. And over here we have our two lovely guests, starting with, it's Eliza Pancakes, the host of What's in the Bag herself. Eliza, how are you doing, my dear?
Well, considering the fact that I'm never invited back to the fucking show, and that I still have my quote-unquote job as host of What's in the Fucking Bag, all things are pretty good, I guess. I haven't had my refrigerator box repossessed yet, so that's good. Things are looking good so far, Morgan. Yeah.
That's nice, dear. Now let's move on to our next guest. It's none other than Season 2 finalist Landon Towers. Landon, how are you, darling?
Oh, you know me, Morgan. I'm just out and about doing whatever. Flew in from Rochester. My arms are so tired, but being a supermodel, it's work, and never any rest. That's why I'm so thin.
Perfect, just perfect. Let's move on and go ahead and introduce our contestants for Snatch Game. And we also have Galaxia, who is participating to even things out, and her special guest, Parsley, from Season 1, is also helping out. Ladies, do you have anything to say? Wow, I'm actually here in Snatch Game again. As a contestant this time. It feels kind of like I'm in the hot seat. I just remember my last Snatch Game, I ended up having to lip sync, and even though I absolutely slayed, if I say so myself, it wasn't fun. Oh, don't worry, Galaxia. I assure you, as our co-host of Redemption, you will not end up having to lip sync at all whatsoever. You've already taken your lumps and paid your dues. You're a winner, baby. This is just all for fun. That's which is a lot more can be said for the rest of you. Well, I guess I should feel privileged, shouldn't I? Considering the fact that nobody bothered to extend an invitation to bring me back for Redemption 1. Gee, thanks. Also, I'm Bianca Del Rio for that Snatch Game, not Parsley, for your information. Oh, really? I had no idea, judging by the looks of you. Oh, I had no clue at all who you were supposed to be. I just assumed, and it's Parsley and a moo-moo. Anyway, moving on to our other contestants. Why, who is that over there? Is that RuPaul's Drag Race winner? Monet Exchange? Monet, what on earth are you doing here?
Morgan, the exchange rate is happening. The Snatch Game is happening. Monet is the exchange rate and is at Snatch Game.
Oh, interesting. Monet Exchange. Over here, is that who I think it is? I think Kris Jenner. Yes, that must be her.
Hello, Morgan. I am the world's premier momager. Not a manager, momager. That means I am the best. I am the greatest. I sentence all fools to oblivion with my momastic skills. Yes, I do. How are you?
Well, I'm doing just fine, Kris Jenner. Just fine. Oh, look over there. I think that's Miley Cyrus. Miley, how are you, dear?
Hi, Morgan. I'm crazy. I'm crazy fun. LGBT plus is awesome, and Trump sucks, and blah, 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 blah. I'm a wrecking ball, baby. Yeah, I'm a firework. Yeah. And I'm not actually Zayn Malik in drag. I promise.
Oh, I'm glad to see you're so enthused to be here, Miley, although I believe that Katy Perry was the firework. But you're definitely a wrecking ball. And if you keep it up, your Snatch game is going to be a wreck also.
Wow, after some of those introductions, I think we are going to be given a bountiful, endless buffet of cringe tonight. Absolutely.
Oh, who's that over here? Another musician? It's Jacob Sartorius.
Hi, Morgan. I'm just excited to be here. I'm going to show all those girls who like me why I'm the best. And I'm the best singer because I'm like, baby, girl, don't you know that you got my heart in a box? Yeah. I made that up just now. I'm only 12.
Wow, Jacob, there's absolutely no question why you're such a big hit with all the ladies out there. Wow, and that your age definitely explains how you can held those high notes so easily. Wow, it's going to be really interesting to see you grow up in the next few years. I wonder if your vocals will be the same. Probably not. Oh, who is this over here? I believe. Oh, that can't be a screen legend, television icon, Eartha Kitt. Get out! Hello, Morgan. How are you doing, my dear? I decided to slink my way to the Snatch game and claw my way to the top, darling. Because you know that I have zero problem with that. Wow, it definitely looks like Eartha Kitt did not come here to play, kids. I hope she brought some boxing gloves because those claws will hurt. She was Catwoman. And lastly but not leastly, well, I believe that's Bimini Bon Boulash, a finalist from RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Honey, how did you get here? I'm assuming you took the same flight as Landon Towers?
Nuh-uh, babes. I gotta release the beast, you know? I went full Bear Grylls, babes. I went and I ran across the water until I got here and didn't even care if my feet got wet or hurt. I just said, babes, you got to do Snatch game. You've got to win, babes. Here I am. Bimini 100%. Absolutely represent London, babe.
Well, it definitely looks like Bimini Bon Boulash is absolutely here to win and not play. As same can be said for everyone here. Wow, I am just so stoked for this year's edition of Snatch Game. Alright, for our guests, Eliza and Landon Towers, I will be reading the rules to you as follows. As per tradition, I will read out a question, and I will turn to either Eliza or Landon, depending on whose turn it is, and you will fill in the blank with a person, place, or thing, or whatever. So, for example, I say, Betty Boop is so boopity boop that she blanks on the blank, and Landon would fill in the blanks with whatever he thought the answers would be. So, are we clear on the rules? Excellent, let's start. And the first up will be Eliza Pancakes. Okay, Eliza, are you ready? First question. Loose Lois is so loose that she blank every time she leaves her apartment. And really quickly, we're going to give some time for our queens to jot down some answers before Eliza gives us her answer. Give us an answer, Eliza.
Okay. Loose Lois is so loose that she trips every time she leaves her apartment.
Alright, queens, did you hear that? Loose Lois is so loose that she trips every time she leaves her apartment. Now, queens, we're going to see what answers you have. Starting with Bianca Del Rio. Pass! Kris Jenner. Loose Lois is so loose that she blanks every time she leaves her apartment. What did you get for us, dear?
She momages.
Morgan.
She momages every time she leaves the apartment. That's right, she momages. Final answer, Morgan.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is not a match. Monet Exchange. Same question. Loose Lois is so loose that she blanks every time she leaves her apartment. What did you get for us, hon?
Loose Lois is so loose that she exchanges the currency every single time she leaves the apartment. She exchanges the currency, for it is the Monet exchange.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's definitely not a match. Miley Cyrus, what answer have you got for us, hon?
She parties in the USA.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is not a match. Galaxia, winner of Morgan's Drag Race. Surely you have an answer for us. Well, Loose Lois is so loose that she gets sucked into a pocket dimension. Yes, a pocket dimension. Oh, you wouldn't believe how common that is. On 6am. Pocket dimension. Oh, I'm sorry, that's definitely not a match. Mini Ban Boulash, I'm thinking if anybody has an answer to this question, it's you. What have you got for us, babes?
She became vegan, babes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that is not a match. Jacob Sartorius, your only hope. Please tell us that you've got a coherent answer for us. Well, I said, Loose Lois. Well, she falls over in love. We've got a match. Well, it looks like, Eliza, you've got your first win, your first point in Snatch Game. Congratulations, dear. Whoopee! Yay, I won something. Hey, how about you call me when my husband drops the restraining order? Yeah. Alright, this next one goes to Landon Towers. Scary Mary is so scary. She blanks when people see her. Now a moment for our queens to jot down some answers. And Landon, what have you got for us? Scary Mary is so bloody scary that she cackles like a witch every time people see her. Alright, it's time to see if any of our queens have some matching answers. Starting first here with Ursa Kit. Ursa, what have you got for us?
Of course, darling. Scary Mary is so scary. She rightfully interrupts a White House luncheon.
Oh, I'm sorry, that is not a match. Bimini, what have you got for us, hun?
Well, Scary Mary is so scary because she reminds herself that she is awesome and tells the haters to fuck off.
That is definitely not a match, I'm afraid. Chris Jenner. Scary Mary so scary she blanks when people see her. What have you got for us?
She slaps the shit out of Kendall and Kylie for not being more engaging on social media.
Oh, I'm sorry, that is not a match. Monet Exchange. What have you got for us, hun? Scary Mary is so scary she blanks when people see her.
The Scary Mary is so scary, Morgan, that she brings down the house boots, mama.
That is definitely not a match, I'm afraid. Miley Cyrus. Scary Mary so scary she blanks when people see her. What have you got for us, dear?
She blames her career troubles on David Lynch, Disney, and the devil?
That's close, but no cigar. Not a match. I'm sorry. Bianca Del Rio. Scary Mary so scary that she blanks when people see her. What have you got for us? Legendary winner of Season 6 of RuPaul's Drag Race. What answer have you got?
Who gives a shit?
I don't know what I was expecting with that one. Galaxia! Legendary winner of Morgan's Drag Race. What answer have you got for us? Well, Scary Mary is so scary because she does a sickening death drop to assert her dominance and guard her territory. That is definitely not a match, I'm afraid. Alright, Jacob Sartorius. Again, your only hope. Scary Mary so scary that she blanks when people see her. What have you got for us?
Scary Mary,
She's so scary, she'd be laughing at all the good times that we shared together, girl. I think that is a match. We've got a match. Well, Landon Towers, it looks like you've got yourself a win, and it looks like you and Eliza Pancakes are tied evenly 1-1. As such, that concludes the end of round 1 of the Snatch game, and we are now entering round 2.
Alright, you lot, you better fasten into your motorboats because you're swimming with sharks for round 2.
Alright, Eliza, we're going back to you for round 2. Forgetful Freddy is so forgetful that every time he goes to the beach, he forgets to bring his blank. And we'll give a few seconds for our celebrity queens to jot down some answers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, Eliza, what answer have you got for us?
He forgets to bring his sunscreen.
Right, there we have it, celebrities. There's our answer. Let's start with Jacob Sartorius. Jacob, what answer have you got for us? A picture of yourself to remind us of the good times. That is definitely not a match, I'm afraid. Bimini Bambilash, what answer do you have for us, hun?
Well, Forgetful Freddy forgets to punch fascists in the mouth. It can be dreadfully tiring, I bet, going around London and punching fascists in the mouth.
That's close, but no cigar, not a match. I'm sorry. Monet Exchange, what answer do you have for us? Forgetful Freddy, so forgetful that every time he goes to the beach, he forgets to bring his blank.
Forgetful Freddy forgets to bring his miniature toe clippers. They always forget the miniature toe clippers.
Oh, I'm sorry, that is not a match. Miley Cyrus, Forgetful Freddy is so forgetful, every time he goes to the beach, he forgets to bring his blank. What answer have you got for us?
He forgets to party in the USA.
That is definitely not a match, I'm afraid. Bianca Del Rio, Forgetful Freddy is so forgetful that every time he goes to the beach, he forgets to bring his blank. What answer have you got?
Pass!
Right. Again, I don't know what I was thinking asking her. Eartha Kitt, Forgetful Freddy is so forgetful, he forgets to bring blank every time he goes to the beach. What have you got?
Forgetful Freddy is so forgetful. He forgets to bring his set of personalized beauty products, darling.
Well, I believe that is a match, and it looks like Eliza, you are in the lead with 2-1, 2 points. And Eartha Kitt brings it up to 2 points. Simply amazing. You're doing so well.
Just shoot me now. Just go ahead. There's a loaded gun in my purse.
Alright, so that takes us to round 3. It's the end of round 2. We're now entering round 3. And the next question goes to, of course, Landon Towers of Brightchester. Alright, Landon Towers. Slow Sally is so slow. That entire blank passes before she completes a sentence. And we'll wait a few seconds for our celebrity queens to jot down some answers. All right, Landon, what have you got for us? What answer do you have?
Slow Sally is so slow that an entire fortnight passes before she completes a sentence. Final answer.
All right, let's go ahead and ask our first celebrity guest, Kris Jenner. Slow Sally is so slow that entire blank passes before she completes a sentence. What have you got? What has the famous momager got for us?
Morgan, Slow Sally is so slow, just like Kylie and Kendall, that they pass up an entire opportunity to launch their own line of product at Macy's.
Oh, I'm sorry, that is not a match. Galaxia, winner of Morgan's Drag Race Season 1. Slow Sally is so slow that an entire blank passes before she completes a sentence. What have you got for us, my dear? Well, I'd probably say a marching band. On steroids. That is definitely not a match, I'm afraid. Monet Exchange. Slow Sally is so slow that an entire blank passes before she completes a sentence. What answer do you have for us?
A potted plant passes before she even gets a word in edgewise. Final answer.
That is definitely not a match, I'm afraid. Jacob Sartorius. Slow Sally is so slow that an entire blank passes before she completes a sentence. What answer do you have for us? A day and a half since I seen you, girl. That's close, but no cigar, not a match. I'm sorry. Bimini Bambouache. Slow Sally is so slow that an entire blank passes before she completes a sentence. What answer do you have for us?
Well, babes, I reckon if I will slow Sally and so slow, I'd say that a whole month passed by before she completes even a sentence. A whole month.
Amazing, brilliant, Bimini. A whole month. Not exactly the same as a fortnight, but it's close. I think that's a match. I'll consider that a match. And with that, Eliza and Landon Towers are tied. 2 for 2. And you know what? Because we don't like Elias, we'll go ahead and declare Landon Towers the winner of this redemption snatch game. How amazing, how brilliant. You're a winner, baby. You're a winner. Oh, it's about bloody time I won something. Now maybe I don't have to do All Stars in the future.
Seriously, kill me. The gun is loaded. It is here in my bag. Just take it and aim and shoot. Pull the trigger. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just right here.
I want to extend a big round of applause for our celebrity queens for doing an outstanding job for this year's Redemption Snatch game. Now, queens, if you would please retire back to your battle stations in your workroom, I believe that you have a redemption roast to attend to next. Oh, and I suppose you'll be wanting to know who the winners of tonight's Snatch game is. Well, it goes without saying that Jacob Sartorius, or our very own Calavera Diamante, has gotten the most wins. So Calavera, that's 2 redemption points for you. 1 redemption point for Miss Legendary Eartha Kitt, or our very own Cypress. And 1 redemption point for Bimini Bambouache, aka Dynamite as she likes. So, without further ado, please adieu to the workroom and prepare for tonight's redemption roast. And make it funny, ladies, and make us laugh. Dinah wins again. Alright, I like where this is going, babes.
Darlings, of course Cypress came through at the end. I always come through at the end. Except for the one time where I didn't, but that was all strategy. Now I'm here, I'm in the clear, and I'm only going, up from here, I suppose. A lot of those impressions were shit. Like, mine wasn't that good either. But hey, I ended up getting 2 matches, so that's better than getting 3 losses. 4? Yeah.